I'm Hulk Hogan, the greatest wrestler of all time.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
A spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber.
New World Order.
Honestly, I can't go anywhere without getting a boner.
How you doing?
I live my life!
Woo!
The Rock says,
Sweet baby Jesus in the office.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Wrestle Rock Podcast Season 5. I'm your host, Nostradaman, and I host this episode with my partner, Johnny D.
Hey, how's it going today, my friend?
Fine, and you?
Yes, I'm
You know what?
going. No,
Yesterday, I ate pizza.
okay, but today it's pizza time.
Pizza guy.
Pizza guy, of course, and we discovered him a couple of months ago. It was honestly the internet sensation because we discovered him during our
AEW Dynamite.
yes,
if I remember.
exactly. I'm talking about Luigi Primo. How's he going today, my friend?
I'm Luigi Primo, and I make a good pizza. Nice to see you, Jonathan and Benoit. Thank you for having me on this show.
Welcome.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. Finally, we have you on our show. That was not easy because, as I said, sometimes our guests are very busy and our two. So this is an honor that you accept our invitation for this 15 minutes or 20 minutes, depending your generous time. So here we go, my friend, for the first question. Go
Okay,
ahead.
the inaugural question.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Luigi, first of all, who was your wrestling trainer?
So I was trained by a regional wrestler here in Texas named Jojo Bravo.
Okay.
He now wrestles as a Tiger Pants. JC.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. And for your information, everyone, the guy is not related with the late
Tiger Mask?
Canadian strongman Dino Bravo. So this
Correct.
is another guy. So, and we discover you as a pizza maker and the YouTube sensation. And in ring, you have, of course, a pizza maker gimmick. So who is behind this idea of your gimmick? Because, goddamn, it's so cool. And I remember Benoit and Luigi, of course, that during the golden era and in WWF, the gimmick was the priority. And, goddamn, I love your gimmick because every single time I'm watching your match, it's always traveling back in the days, and I love it. So, who is behind your gimmick, my friend?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, so about I would say 10 years ago, I was working in a pizza restaurant, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I came to the ring spinning a pizza?
Okay.
Yeah, and so I did that, and it got a huge reaction.
Okay.
So I, from then on, started incorporating more things from the pizza restaurant into my matches.
Okay.
And then eventually it got it to the point where all I was doing every day was making a pizza and working out and training for a wrestling. So the gimmick has become a very real. And that it's just making a pizza and a wrestling all the time. And as I have wrestled more and more, I've tried to incorporate more and more things from the pizza restaurant, different dough techniques.
Yeah.
Now I have throwing a pizza cutters, which I can't do in a wrestling match typically because I get it disqualified even for that. But just in my backyard, practicing with the pizza cutters, practicing with the pizza peels. But in the ring, different techniques I can use with the pizza dough, mostly either one dough or you see me using two doughs on special occasions.
Nice.
Okay, you've won the RCW titles twice. Do you consider that one of the most important achievements of your wrestling career?
And so, yes, the RCW International title was a huge accomplishment for me because that match was in a triple threat against a local wrestler here and also Supermex Sean Hernandez.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a triple threat with him. Huge a man, terrifying a man. I got the pin on the other guy, Alberto Del Frito. But being in the match with him and surviving that was a huge accomplishment for me because after the match I was bleeding, and what you don't know is I'm bleeding because in that match I had my pizza dough. I saw him across the ring from me. I threw it at him. He catches it. He swings it a full of force and it hits me in the face, and I just explode with the blood. So when people ask about the dough, if it hurts or not, I can't point to that because my ears were ringing. I was reeling, but it felt good to go through that and to win that title. And that was my first title. And since then, I've had a couple of other ones too, which I'm very proud of as well.
And that was real blood. That was not tomato sauce, you know.
Yeah. My inner marinara.
You have been involved in a comic statement with Chris Jericho and his personal stable. I'm talking about Jericho Appreciation Society. Are you happy about this statement?
Yeah, that was a great time. I think Chris Jericho, he saw my first appearance on AEW.
Okay.
I had an interview on a Dynamite where Ethan Page came and it kicked me in the face, and then Danhausen comes in, and so I think Chris Jericho saw that as well as some of my other work, and he asked for me to come back and come and be his personal pizza chef. So that was a lot of fun to go out there and see how they did things in terms of the cameras and where I entered from, where they entered from, how everything came together, when the crowd reacted to each part of the segment we were doing. That was a lot of fun to do. And the funny thing was I got punched and knocked down by Daniel Garcia, and while I'm laying there with the pizza dough on my face, all these crazy things keep happening. Like more people keep coming to the ring. Like Brian Danielson, it comes to the ring. I think one more person, and I'm just laying there like this is crazy. I'm in the ring with Chris Jericho. Brian Danielson's here. They're making a match. Daniel Garcia just asked if people wanted to see me tag with him, and everybody cheered. So that was a very fun experience to be in the vortex of the wrestling world. That's always the fun thing about getting on these big shows is you get to be part of the thing that you sort of came up watching.
Yeah, of course. And mostly for an important wrestling promotion. That's awesome.
Yeah, great. It's a great working for AEW. AEW is always good because they treat you very good and everybody's professional. And I know a couple of people there, so I can say hi to some people and hang out. But that would be my choice if I could work for a bigger company full time. Definitely.
Okay, can you tell us about the Wrestling Federation where you currently wrestle? If my memory is good, is the Party Wall Wrestling?
Oh yes, very good. Yeah. So Party Wall Wrestling was a thing that some friends of mine started about 11 years ago, 9 to 11 years ago, somewhere around there. And this character comes from that. There's a lot of other characters that are very gimmicky, as you say, like my son, a pasta man, who is a man made out of pasta. We had a match at a Party World Wrestling once where he kept saying he wasn't my son, and I kept saying, no, I don't make a spaghetti, I only make a pizza. So we had to have a match to see if he was my son. And, at the end of the match, he had me in a compromising situation. He had the chair. He was going to hit me with the chair. And I say, okay, you know what? The truth is you are my son. And now I need to teach you the most important lesson of life. And that's if someone hurts you, you will hurt them. So you go ahead and you hit me with the chair. But to my surprise, he threw the chair away, and he said he didn't want to hurt me. So I learned a lot about people and how people can change that a day. And I also learned that I have a son who's made out of a spaghetti. And then now he goes to he went to a college, and now I think he's working in a restaurant, not a pizza restaurant, but those are the kinds of matches we have at a PWR. And in Austin, Texas, unfortunately, there's been some rent increases, so a lot of venues have gone out of a business. So right now we have our last show was at a climbing gym, and that was fun. And I defended my title against the Agoid, who is like a rabbit, a man who steals a pizza. I don't know if you've ever seen a guy who looks like him, but I beat him. I beat him pretty easily. I'll just say that right now. It was a very short match, but that was a couple of weeks ago, and now we're finding out our next gig. Usually we wait till somebody calls and books us, or we find a good place to do a regular gigs at. But currently, no shows on the horizon for a Party World Wrestling. There's another one here in Austin called the Slammer Portal, and I'll be doing that show on a May 25th. Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else do I got going on? Yeah, and then I think later May, and then got some stuff filling up for the summer.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, Luigi, have you ever done a WWE tryout?
No, I've never done a WWE tryout. You know, if I was a younger, I probably would. But I think at this point, for me to be on a WWE, it has to be a thing where they bring me in kind of as like a meme with the talent pool that they have. I don't think they're going to have a older indie wrestler as a security guard. Nor would that really benefit me that much at this point. I'd have to come out like a grumpy cat or something, where it's just like, oh, it's from the internet. I think like that is probably my best chance to be booked on a WWE. Whereas I think with like Ring of Honor or the AEW, I'm like more in contact with the people in that scene, and so it's more likely I would think they would bring me in for something like that. So I kind of like focus more of my energy towards there. But of course, obviously, if a WWE asks me to make a pizza, I come and make a pizza. Even though they probably rebrand me, they just call me Primo, and I have to make a chicken cacciatore and a meatballs instead of just a pizza.
I remember in 2022 you compete at the ECW arena in Philadelphia, of course, for one of the most prestigious wrestling shows presented by the Battleground Wrestling, and you team up with the former ECW original member Little Guido, of course, against Alpha Jr. and Beatsman. Can you tell us something about this wonderful wrestling experience?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, it was nice to come out with a Little Guido, who I've watched quite a bit, and who is awesome. The guy, he moves very well. He's very strong, despite being like.
Oh, really?
He's very strong. Huge hands. He tore up with those chops. But it was, what I enjoyed about it was like basically the comeback I got in that match was a kicking out, because they kept hitting me with all this grotesque stuff, and I just like kicked out of all of this, and then I just got the tag. And that was all I did. But it felt to me very much like a classic ECW, where they would have like a goofy character just be like crucified, So I felt good to be able to withstand that punishment, and working with those guys, and then get the hot tag to a Guido and have him set the house on fire. And then afterwards, I got to come out at the end for a Blue Meanie and a Facade and a Danny Mo, and give presents out to the audience. So it was a very very cool for somebody who watched a lot of ECW, and I don't think Guido knew. I don't think he knew I was a wrestler at first. I think he thought I was just a summer guy. Because for the match, he was like, "So what can you do?" And I was like, "Whatever," like asking me if I could take moves. And I was like, "Yeah, any move. It's yeah, I can do it. And afterwards, he was like, no, okay, yeah, you have great technique. You're a good wrestler. So I appreciated that. That was cool. And yeah, getting to hang out with that crew. Yeah, it was a very special night. It's still my cover photo on a Facebook. Is me and Rubini and Danny Moore.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, in the country of the rising sun, I mean Japan, you wrestled against one of the best lightweight on the planet. I'm talking about Cima. Can you share us this experience? And also, did you change your wrestling skills for this kind of opponent? Because we know that Cima is a very, very fast wrestler.
Yes. So the my thoughts going into it, I trained very hard because obviously as an indie wrestler, we all want to go to Japan and show them that we have a strong style.
Yeah,
but
that's very different than US style.
But you don't necessarily book a Luigi Primo for that. You want me to do the pizza, so I come and I do the pizza, but I also try to show that same energy, and it was a lot of fun having this match with such a powerful and a legendary wrestler as a Cima, because I was able to absorb his moves. He gave me the perfect driver. I kick out of that, and then he gives me the Meteora, and that put me down, of course. But to look at some of his other matches and see, okay, he had this opponent, and this opponent did not kick out of the perfect driver. So I was able to rise to the occasion, and even though he defeated me, because of my training and my skill and the mutual respect, I was able to go the distance. And then, from that match, what I learned from that, going on to wrestle Kaz Hayashi on the same tour, that was also cool to be able to avoid his moves and give him a counter moves. And so it really felt like I had entered into the continuity of wrestling, where sometimes we have all these indie matches and you're not sure if what you do matters. But in those matches in Japan, it felt like I was part of the history of wrestling. Like these moments that we were creating felt very important to me. So I really appreciated them giving me the opportunity to show my skills, and I felt okay about where I was at. And I think I would like to train even harder for my next tour in Japan.
Nice. And we probably know the answer, but because you wrestled a couple of times with a guy like Colt Cabana, but who is your funniest opponent in your wrestling career, and why?
That's a great question. Colt Cabana, I have loved for a long time, so that was cool to be able to tag with him. Man, I think I always enjoy when I can work with Dan the Dad. Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
From St. Louis, he's like a father. He's a dad. He has like a mug. That's
a preacher.
And he punches people with the mug, which
nice.
The referee is okay with.
Sadistic.
So yeah, we connect on that front. So it's always fun to
That's priceless.
Now at this point we've a tag, but we've also wrestled. Also, there's a wrestler, Gregory Iron.
Okay, Gregory Iron.
He has a cerebral palsy. So his arm is like this, but he's he's ripped, and he's a great wrestler. And we had a match in 2019 that was it was I don't know if you might have seen clips of me doing a pizza death match where there's no ring, and so that was good to get all the toppings out and pizza cutters, and so that was a very, very fun match. I'd say that's up there. That might be the most fun, but also the most violent.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Like we said earlier in the interview, you have been involved in AEW. Why don't Tony Khan or the Booker push you as you deserve?
I think they have a lot of wrestlers. They have a lot of talent, And so
I'm totally agree about that.
it's you know, my job in wrestling is just to keep my skills up and to keep my relevance up as a performer and as a social media personality, so that if they need a good pizza, then they know who to call. But the way I think about it now is they just don't need any pizza chef or wrestlers. But if they do, clearly I'm the only choice. So I just need to be the best pizza chef or wrestler. And then, you know, I feel like if I'm on a show and there's no pizza, I can make people a pizza. And it's good for the show. It's good for
Yes, of course.
But so right now, AEW, they don't need a pizza. But if they do, I am going to be ready to give it to them, and it's going to help them. But it has to be a good for everybody. So right now, just whoever needs a good pizza, I can do it because I make the best pizza.
Yes,
but, Tony Khan, when he needs it, I'm going to be ready.
And can you name a wrestler you never face up, but you would like to wrestle with?
I would like to actually have a singles match against the Colt Cabana, because we've attacked together, but we haven't wrestled each other, and I would like to test my skills against him because he has so much knowledge with English style of wrestling and also obviously American style. I would really like to face him,
and that will be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
God, promoter, do this, please.
Yeah, do it. There's another Canadian. There's a Canadian wrestler that I wrestled about a year and a half ago named Tony Baroni.
Wow.
I don't know him.
That will be a perfect tag team for you, my friend.
From Vancouver. I would like to have a rematch against him as well.
Oh, wow. For our pre-closing segment, I'll give you a name in a few words. Tell me something about him, all right? So the first one, Kenny Omega.
The greatest gaijin.
Nice. Rob Van Dam.
Ultimate athlete.
Nice. Yeah, I'm totally agree about that. Shawn Michaels.
The second best of all time.
Yeah.
I think you know who the first one is, being from Canada.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
There you go.
Yeah. And we have the same opinion, you know. And the last one, Luigi Primo, yourself.
Oh, I make a best pizza. I'm a best wrestler. If you think that you can make a better pizza, you gotta see me in the ring, and I'm gonna knee you on the back like Leodor, slam you down, and I put you in the oven for 600 degrees. And by that I mean win the match. And I'm not actually gonna put you in the oven.
Nice promo.
Very nice. Thank you so much for this practically 25 minutes of your generous time. So as usual, for ending, my partner Benoit, aka Nostradamus Ben, it's all about the French prophet, of course, and he tried to predict the future of our guests. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, first of all, Luigi, thank you so much for the interview.
My pleasure.
Okay, I predict to you maybe in a near future, me and Jonathan, we're gonna meet you, and we're gonna eat pizza together.
Yes.
May it always be true. Where in Canada are you guys?
Quebec
We
City.
are from Quebec City, Canada, at 3 hours of Montreal. So
okay.
yes, we are French Canadian, so that's why we have a big accent.
Sometime we go to US for the
yes.
wrestling conventions.
Yes.
Maybe we're gonna meet
cool.
you.
I hope to see you at a convention,
Yes,
or maybe I get
of course. And I predict you probably release your own pizza sauce or your own pizza stuff. So I push that on the universe. So
yeah, I think that is not outside the realm of a possibility. I make a pizza all the time.
Maybe you can go in Quebec
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
of
you guys,
course.
you don't have any pizza restaurants in Quebec, right?
There's a couples of pizza, but that's probably not the same taste that the pizza man himself,
Luigi's the
Luigi
best.
Primo.
I could
Luigi's
have
the
shown you
best.
guys. I could show you how to make a good pizza, and you guys could show me maybe a poutine. You guys have a poutine?
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
you
a
love poutine.
Yeah, we have a poutine.
Not the Russian president, but the food.
Yeah, exactly. And I predict something interesting because there's some rumors regarding the ECW
With Paul Heyman?
with Paul Heyman.
The new ECW.
Well, the new ECW with Paul Heyman
Maybe
will
Triple
be released in a couple of months. So why not if we created a kind of FBI with Guido, Luigi Primo, and the big Sal Gradiano,
Yeah.
all the guys
Oh, yeah.
all together for a FBI 2.0. I push that once again on the universe, and I wish you all the best for your wrestling career, and please continue to entertain every people all around the world. Without you, the wrestling was very different, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonathan Benoit. Yeah, Paul Heyman. There's money on the table here. Don't throw money in the garbage. Just book a FBI with Luigi Primo.
Yeah.
Do.
So thank you so much for the interview. That was huge, honestly. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.